Long ago, in a village near a wide-flowing river, there lived a young potter named Arun. The village was known for its beautiful clay work. Bowls, jars, and cups shaped by careful hands were carried to distant towns and admired by many. Arun had learned the art of pottery from his father. His hands were steady, his movements precise, and his eyes sharp. From sunrise until evening, he worked at his spinning wheel, shaping clay into smooth and balanced forms. Yet Arun was never satisfied. Whenever he finished a cup, he searched for flaws. If the rim was slightly uneven, he frowned. If the glaze flowed differently on one side, he sighed in disappointment. Even when customers praised his work, he dismissed their compliments. "It is not good enough," he would say. "It must be perfect." Because of this, Arun often broke his own creations. A tiny crack would cause him to smash a cup against the floor. A slight tilt would make him crush it back into a lump of clay. The more he chased perfection, the more frustrated he became. One day, a respected monk came to the village to speak about peace and understanding. The villagers gathered by the riverside to listen. Arun attended, but his mind was restless. He could not stop thinking about the cups he had broken that morning. After the teaching, Arun approached the monk. "Teacher," he said, bowing respectfully, "I work hard to create something perfect, but nothing I make feels worthy. I see flaws everywhere. How can I create without feeling disappointed?" The monk looked at him with gentle eyes. "Bring me one of your cups tomorrow," he said. The next morning, Arun selected his finest piece. It was smooth and balanced, carefully shaped and glazed. Yet, even as he carried it, he noticed small imperfections. "It is still not perfect," he murmured. He placed the cup into the monk's hands. The monk turned it slowly, examining the rim, the base, and the glaze. He held it up to the light and smiled softly. "It is beautiful," the monk said. Arun shook his head. "Look closer. The rim is not perfectly round. The glaze is uneven." The monk placed the cup gently on the ground. Then, to Arun's shock, he tapped it lightly with a small stone. A thin crack appeared along its side. Arun gasped. "Why did you do that? It was my best cup." The monk picked up the cracked cup and held it calmly. "Is it useless now?" he asked. Arun stared at the crack. "It is damaged," he replied quietly. The monk held the cup toward the sunlight. The crack caught the light and formed a delicate, shining line across its surface. "Does the crack remove its purpose? Can it no longer hold water?" Arun hesitated. "It can still hold water if the crack does not widen." The monk filled the cup with water from a nearby jar. The water stayed inside. "See," the monk said gently, "the cup still serves its purpose." Arun felt confused. "But it is flawed," he said. The monk nodded. "Yes," he replied, "and so are we." He motioned for Arun to sit beside him. "When you shape clay, you accept that it may not bend exactly as you wish. The fire may leave marks. The glaze may flow unevenly. Yet you expect yourself and your work to be without flaw." Arun lowered his eyes. "I am afraid," he admitted softly, "that if my work is imperfect, I will not be respected." The monk dipped his finger into the water inside the cracked cup. "Perfection is like trying to hold water tightly in your fist. The tighter you grip, the more it escapes." Arun thought about the many cups he had broken. A small crack does not destroy the cup. It tells the story of its making. It reminds us that something was shaped by hand, touched by fire, and tested by time. He placed the cracked cup back into Arun's hands. "Instead of breaking what is imperfect, learn from it. Care for it. Let it teach you." In the days that followed, Arun returned to his workshop with a different heart. When he shaped clay and noticed slight unevenness, he did not smash it. Instead, he adjusted gently. When the glaze flowed differently than expected, he observed how it settled and learned from it. He kept the cracked cup on a shelf where sunlight touched it each morning. The shining line along its side reminded him that flaws did not erase value. Slowly, his work changed. His cups became more expressive, more alive. They carried warmth, not just precision. People who visited his workshop said they felt something special in his pottery. It felt real. It felt human. Years later, when young apprentices grew discouraged by their imperfect creations, Arun would take down the cracked cup. "This was once my greatest disappointment. Now it is my greatest teacher." He would pour water into it and let them see that it still held its purpose. Do not destroy yourself for a small crack. Let your imperfections teach you patience and compassion. And so the village learned a simple truth. A flaw does not erase worth. A crack does not end purpose. What is shaped by effort and fire carries beauty beyond perfection. For a clay cup does not need to be flawless to hold water, and a human heart does not need to be perfect to hold kindness.